Hello, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Soulbuck Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross stitch and other random things, apparently.
Random things.
The
The dog is walking around the kitchen. How has everybody's week been? It is Monday, May 17th. How's y'all's week? How was y'all's week?
I had a good week. I'm just suffering from Monday nightus.
It's Monday.
I had a long day today. Not a bad day. But, yeah.
Just a long day. It was a Monday.
You know, of course, a piece that's the third time coming in keeps breaking, and I found out the reason why it keeps breaking, and I fixed it, but I couldn't get the thing to actually work. I had to pass it up to a better tech than me because I'm like, I have no idea why this thing isn't working.
There's techs at your job better than you.
Yeah. He's the guy who has a radio tower in his backyard.
Okay, well, maybe. We'll give him that.
Yeah, the guy breathes this stuff. Hold on. There we go.
What? Oh.
My face is no longer glowing.
Shiny. There's something wrong with me.
More than one thing.
Yeah, we know. We want to shout out our...
I will as soon as your phone lets me do it.
My phone apparently wants to be noisy tonight.
Tracy, Angie, Bridget, Mad Morty, I like that name. Susie Scott, or Susie Q Scott?
Susie is good enough. She signed it, Susie, so.
Alright, Lynn, Attack.
Attack of the Land!
I actually want to see Lynn and Angie get into who has more comments for.
Oh, they will too now.
But yeah, I think I said it. That is going to be funny.
Y'all are something.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are something. Alright, on to whips.
Okay. Bye.
Whips?
Works in progress. Every now and then I like to actually explain what the acronyms mean. Is it an acronym?
Yes, and the explanation is...
You just said works in progress.
On the title card, just before we get to whips.
Okay, I don't see the title cards.
Well, what have you worked on this week?
Not a lot. For a good reason, at least. I was like, oh, I'll get a lot of stitching done while we're at market.
We were busy at market. I'm not going to complain.
Got a little bit more done on that. That's about it.
You did get more. Could y'all hold it so people could... You did get more done on it.
Hold on. You know I was busy when I forgot to pull the stitch through.
Been there, done that. This is a 14 count random red Ada.
On a random pattern with no real title.
It was a freebie from Creatively Crafting.
Mm-hmm. I actually don't know. That's why I can't. We only have the pattern, and I got it off a freebie table. So I don't know if it was actually a free pattern. So I don't want to, because it's 4 pages long, so I don't want to like show anybody it.
Yeah. So there's that. Okay.
Gotta watch the copyright, baby.
He is not wrong.
Because copywriting is wrong.
Exactly. Violating copyright is wrong.
And it's not a victimless crime to do anybody to you. If you like it that much, patterns are not that expensive. That's the part that kills me. Aside from the unicorns, unicorn is a hard to get thing that's hence mythological. Yeah. Aside from the unicorns, most patterns are like $20.
Right. And you know, that's funny that you're
1, 2, 3 stitch. Or ask her.
Did you really just say 1, 2, 3 stitch?
Yeah, because you're not up and running yet. I'll change that answer once you're up to full power.
I can find patterns.
But you get my point, though. Do you want to redo it?
There actually was just a conversation in the cross-stitch admin group I'm in about that because people were stupid justifications for why it's okay to buy illegal charts. No, it's not. And AliExpress sells a crap ton of illegal charts. And Joy Sunday sells a crap ton of illegal charts. And that's all I'm going to say about my copyright bandwagon. So let's move on to Gilmore Girls Week.
Guy just has one stupid question. I'm sorry. This is the novice. If you're spending money, why not buy the actual pattern?
I don't know. People were justifying it by saying that it's cheaper to go through AliExpress and buy the cheap charts. But if you're going to buy 2 or 3 cheap charts through AliExpress that are illegal,
they're cheap because they're illegal.
Why not take that money and buy one legitimate chart? Like I said, don't get me started on my copyright bandwagon. Okay.
I'll sum it up. Copywriter, bad. Thou shalt not steal.
Basically.
Gilmore Girls Week. Going?
No, somebody asked me what my naughty word needlewinder was.
Not really a naughty word.
I'm like swirling already today. Focus.
The funny.
Okay. So for Gilmore Girls Week,
section.
We had to stitch on something that we could relate to food. Y'all eat corn. Knee high by the 4th of July.
And your meat eats corn.
By hands-on design. Yes, and if you are a carnivore and you eat meat, chances are they probably eat corn.
I am tired, so I'm goofy, and I do not apologize.
So 410 stitches on this. Put
cool!
Got the barn started. I need to go find the graphic paper because the quilt block that's up here above the barn, I'm actually going to rechart it so it's an Ohio Star quilt block because
OH.
IO. And then I've got a couple ideas on the flag that I would like to do in specialty stitches. We'll see how that pans out. That is on a piece of Hand Dyed by the Silver Farm. That is the colorway Heirloom. Stick that back in there. Season. Oh, yes. Something that we can relate to a season and why. Can't find the cover photo for it. There it is. I thought this was a lovely place to spend a nice summer day.
Actually, it might be fall due to the hay bales. But you can get those during the summer, too, if you mow the lawn that way, right?
Well, that looks kind of like straw, but it's too...
Oh, yeah, they do have stray. They do pile up straw during the summer, don't they?
No, they pile up hay during the summer. Straw is during the fall. Because hay is the clover plant, and you just let that grow until it gets to a certain height, and then you cut it. And depending on your growing season, you can cut it 2, 3, sometimes 4 if you've got the optimal growing season in the summer. Whereas straw comes from after the wheat is harvested in the fall. I just farm girled out on y'all.
I was going to say it. She beat me to it. There is a reason this is called the Slovak Farm. Y'all just found out why. I think we need to put that clip. And anytime somebody asks why it's a Slovak farm, we just pull up our phones and play that clip.
I need to, when I'm editing this, go film that clip and put that on Instagram. Anyways.
I love my farm girl. I married the farmer's daughter. I'm not ashamed of it.
403 stitches. Got the sky in there. I think I'm down to like 2 colors in the sky now. It's almost done. And one of those colors is white.
I am so sorry.
Oh well. That's why it's going to be the last color. Because it's going to be, okay, everything else is done. Just fill it in with white. Alright.
$5. There's a missing stitch in there.
I already know there's a couple missing stitches right here.
No, I'm up in the cloud. By the way, it is.
Okay.
Because I would do that and I wouldn't even fix it.
I don't care. Moving along. We are. Okay. Something you can relate to a book. I
just had a really funny joke about that. I just thought of. So basically, any hate or full coverage is a book.
You could go with that. Something with words on it. Words, letters, blah, 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 blah.
Sweet car.
Seriously. I started the sampler book by Erica Michaels. Because I wanted this for so long. I wanted to stitch this for so long. That. And the pages are free. The cover design and the instructions to finish it are not. But the pages are free. Pages in and of themselves are free.
Ready for my bad joke?
What?
Look, hon, it's a free-to-play mobile game.
Yeah. So,
if you want the pretty, you have to pay money. But the base part of it is free. And everybody wants the pretty. Because it's pretty.
I wonder what the legality of me finishing it is. Since I have the finishing pattern. Probably can't do that.
You would probably have to ask permission to do it for other people.
That's what I'm thinking.
And that you probably have to get proof that that person has the finishing instructions themselves.
See, that's what I'm thinking. I would probably legally need to have proof that you have the finishing instructions. And unfortunately, the finishing instructions are out of print.
Yeah, copyright, even that is.
So, because, and there are parts of this that are not. The free part is just the block with the stitches. It doesn't have the name of the stitch underneath of it either. But anyways, this is 405 stitches to start the A page. And the pages go together like this. And I checked the directions like 6 times. And I was like, wow, that's awful close to the edge. Yeah, it's supposed to be. I'm slightly uncomfortable by that.
Make it a little bigger if you want to. And I thought it was a really funny title for this episode.
What?
Copywriting bad.
So, there is that. And I'm just pulling my own flosses. It's charted in Splendor Silks from Rainbow Gallery, which is why it's on the Rainbow Gallery webpage for free. I just pulled my own flosses. And actually, in the design, she suggests.
Definitely not free to play.
And in the design, she suggests, you know, these are what the model pages were stitched on, but feel free to toss it up because they're not all on the same color. Feel free to toss it up as you see fit, which is what I will probably do.
Anybody who's been watching any of these will know that Laura does not like keeping the colors the way they are unless it's a kit or she really, really likes it.
Okay, so something you can relate to a job. From building the boat to sailing the ship to all of the things jobs that involve the ocean, we went with Shores of Popcorn Hollow. This is on a 32 count hand dyed by the Slovak farm.
What type of fabric?
32 count even weave.
You said 32 count. You didn't say even weave.
Oh. Colorway's Cleveland Cred. No. Yes.
Maybe.
I don't know. No, it's Cleveland Cred. I did 405 stitches on this. Which was the 3 flags. Or the 3 sails. I know they're not flags. Shut up, I'm stupid.
You're not stupid. And that is funny.
The 3 sails. So originally this middle sail here, she tried it in like a gray. It's not gonna work on this fabric.
What we had said earlier about changing things.
Yeah, I just grabbed a tan. Variegated. It looks good.
What's actually really funny is that actually really does look like sail canvas.
I know it does.
I like way too many weird things.
Look, I just farm girled out on the difference between hay and straw.
And the proper growing and how many yields you get. Next, she's going to have a video tutorial on how to properly use a scythe in order to harvest it. And then show the scythe up my backside for making this bad joke.
Okay. Moving on. Something you can relate to a small town. I grew up in a small town. Me! I grew up in a small town.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
And we had lots of big, pretty houses in the small town.
That you are not allowed to change without written permission.
Yep. So
historical homes.
Home for Christmas by Plum Street Sampler. This is on a 14 count Ada on a random color. That I cannot repeat. I did dye it myself, but I can't repeat it. I did.
It's called a solo.
It's called a solo. I did 409 stitches on this. I just noticing my 400 stitches is a significant amount of progress. Oh my god.
I was actually about to look at you and go, is there anything left?
Oh yes. Both pumpkins have big old vines coming out from them that have berries on them. There's plenty left.
Okay.
Let's see. Big old vines.
Spin it around so they can see.
Big old vines with the berries.
Are you doing the header and the footer?
Yes. And then the welcome home.
Aren't those Ohio stars or not quite?
Those actually are Ohio stars. Good. I think pretty sure those are Ohio stars. Good catch.
Which really makes it a small town thing for you.
I was born in a small town. Okay.
I don't think this is such a thing where in the state I grew up in.
Okay. I just knocked a bunch of crud over from this pattern. So then I did one of the monthlies for Daily 30, which was to stitch on something in green. I also stitched on this at the beginning of the week. It'll make sense in a minute. For the zombie run, I don't know if I told you guys the zombie run. I
did.
think I showed you guys this.
Yes,
Okay.
you did.
I counted it in this week's stitches. So altogether, this week technically I stitched on, or last week, technically I stitched on Lady of the Flag 712 stitches. 306 of them were for the green.
Laura is doing a color conversion that she got off of
The Mirabilia Facebook conversion group. I got the green conversion. There's piece of the dress down here that's got like these little single strips stitches in here that weren't actually converted. So that was a little bit fun.
And may I ask another random question? Did I interrupt you before you said the color?
No, you did not.
Mm-hmm.
This is stitched on 32 count even weave, hand dyed by the Slovak Farm in the For Your Thoughts colorway. My stitching here was on the bottom. Let me get a better look at it. I feel like those flowers, while it's a green blue, they read more blue than they do green. So I think I may put another 100 stitches in on this before the end of the month for that prompt, just because I want to feel confident that I've done green stitches. It's just how I feel.
Can I be honest?
What?
All green has blue in it.
Well, this is true, but I mean, when you look at this thread,
that's blue. Love you.
It's not technically, anyways.
No, but to the casual eye.
Yes, and see, that's.
And I'm sorry, that's what I am. I have never cared about. Oh no, this is actually you had it. No, it looks blue. I'm sorry.
So that's why I said, yeah, I think I'm just gonna throw another 100 stitches on it in one of the greens because I feel like I should. That's been my stitching for the week. I did 2,744 stitches.
Woo, 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 woo. Bonus points if you comment below and know where that's from.
Scoop, there it is.
That was a different thing.
I know, but I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, Mr. Cooper. Let's move on to haul.
Y'all.
Haul.
Y'all.
Yeehaw.
Who first?
You go first.
Okay, I got you. Say where this is from.
Silks for you.
Yep. I have silks now, and a small amount of it.
He has a hank of silks,
which I hope is enough.
It should be enough.
It's for Squirrels of Sumatra.
And that is
PR065.
It's a whole hank for Squirrels of Sumatra from Silks for You. They sent a cute little owly needle miter.
Back up a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Give it a little more. There we go. Take a picture.
They sent a cute little needle miter with it. So
she went on, I went here.
Yes. And then, so I adopted a whip from my friend Angie. It is the Soda Stitch Beauty and the Beast. As you can see, she has Beauty and the Beast almost done. She promises me there are no mistakes.
I don't think she cares if there are.
I'm just gonna, yeah, I don't. I just gotta make sure I figure out if there are. I don't think there are. So I got that. And then when I was getting everything set up for wholesale purchasing and all of that, I bought fabric from Yarn Tree and kind of sort of forgot that this was in my cart. So when my box of fabric showed up, I went, oh, I guess I now have our TM Cinderella Quaker chart. And the reason it just kind of escaped me when I did my order was because my order for fabric was pretty hefty. Now, I don't normally show you when I order fabric, white fabric for dyeing purposes, but I have to show this. It's a whole bolt.
The table moved.
A 32 count even weave. A whole Entire. Bolt.
Here. This is 1 inch. Any questions?
This is 16.4 yards of 32 count even. So if you would like to order some 32 count even weave from Hand Dyed by the Silverback Farm,
please.
I got you set.
Random question. I know this is business related, but I need help. Everybody say your favorite stitch count and type of fabric. We'll see if we can find some common denominators for the next psychosis she does.
The next bolt.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been a bolt of 28 count even weave, but they're out of stock.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot that's out of stock still. Zweigert, which is the fabric that I dye on, is produced in Germany. And, well, Germany has had 3 COVID shutdowns in the last year and a half. So they're a little behind. It's okay. That's all the haul. I just thought y'all would enjoy an entire bolt of fabric.
We got a bolt of fabric, a hank of silk. We're moving up in the world, y'all! What's really funny is I actually don't know how much of this I'm going to have left when I'm done. As well, you know how much Dragons went through, and Sumatra's about the same stitch count.
Yeah,
Sumatra.
Squirrels.
Squirrel!
Squirrels of Sumatra.
Oh, we finally got the last bits and pieces, so hopefully within a couple of weeks I'll have my Dragons finished.
I hope.
Okay, next.
Plans and announcements next. Plans and announcements.
Yay.
Plans.
I really need to get those other stitches counted up because I'm not that interested in the hearts. It's just something to do. I really need to get the other stuff, but we've been waiting for something that we got today. Well, that's what they had an announcement of. But the thing I was waiting for, we got today.
Oh. Anyways.
I love you. I love you very, very, very much.
Last week was like, I felt like I was in a tornado all week trying to get all of my wholesale accounts set up and activated and registered.
I helped.
And Joe helped. And
that was interesting. After this video, we have to do tutorials.
Oh, yeah. Because I am ordering a few. I have a few things coming from Witchell.
That's an announcement.
But, okay. So, let's move on to Daily 30 plans. Because Daily 30 is a closed group. And that's the only challenge group that I'm really in. I'm in Myth and Magic Stitching Wars, but
you're currently not killing people.
We're not participating this round. I am helping the Grimlocks when I can. I'm doing the best I can. I feel kind of bad because I am just not been consistent.
You are doing stuff for your own business, and if anybody has a problem with that, they're not somebody you need to be
talking
to.
They don't. They don't have a problem with it. It's just my own feelings.
Exactly. Kind of why I say that, because you're going to defend your friends and realize, oh, wait, nobody cares.
Okay.
After Jay.
The Daily 30 prompts this week. Daily 30 celebration. Daily 30 has been a group for 2 years now, so they decided.
Way to go!
Woohoo! I'm sure watches this video.
You have to tell her to now. Give her the send her with the timestamp. Like, watch this section.
Okay. So the Daily 30 celebration prompts. Daily 30 has had 145 challenge events, with the top 3 themes being TV and film, places, and food. Choose one of the themes and stitch on a whip you can relate to us.
Relate to it.
Relate to it and tell us what your favorite thing from that theme is. I started already. I picked Scenic Farm. Because honestly, pick a theme and it fits. There's one plenty of TV shows about farms, winter, farms are places, and you grow food on farms.
Don't you like, I don't know, like, what the heck is it? Pride and Prejudice.
Not. Well.
Takes place on a small farm.
Yeah.
It's on a farm.
They
Or just insert half the movies you like to watch.
I actually have several Pride and Prejudice themed Stitch projects.
Yeah, and then there's also the fact that places. It's like your favorite place on the planet is a farm.
Green Acres is the place for me. Okay, I'm done. Stitch on a whip that has a floss list with 7 or less colors. I gotta look at my projects. I know I've got something. I'm pretty sure at least one of the projects I showed.
Can I be a smart arse?
What?
Check and see if Ink of Circles has any freebies.
One Nation has 3 colors on it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure that Home for Christmas has less than 7 colors.
Well, I'd win. Half the stuff I like to do has 1 color.
So, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can find something. I just gotta grab something and look at the floss list.
Okay. Next.
Stitch on a whip you can relate to a country different from the one you live in. Give me your thoughts.
Me?
Yes, you.
Aragon and Arwen.
That would work.
They're in Gondor. We do not live in Gondor.
Middle Earth is not a place I live in.
Gondor is simply the country's name.
But I would like to.
No, I would not want to live in a world.
After the War of the Rings.
That's called Earth.
Okay, whatever.
Considering some of the lore from it, yeah.
What else do I have? The Hut is actually a Russian. The Pana is a Russian company.
Lady with Dog looks like she's French.
Lady with Dog could be French.
Any of your fairies definitely are not from around here.
Raven Queen, because Snow White is a German fairy tale.
You know, you just come from the Fairy Terrace Forest. That's definitely not on this planet.
Belle is a
French. Specifically, Belle is French.
Yes.
That's why they all go bonjour.
I guess I have several options.
And Belle is pretty, literally.
Yes. Our current membership stands at 209 lovely Stitchers. Stitch on a whip of your choice. Bonus if it's something from the boutique, which I have started none of my projects from the boutique. Somebody's outside talking and it just scared the crap out of me.
Should I shut that window?
No, it's okay. Unless they start cussing, it's okay.
Okay.
So I've not started anything from the boutique. Honestly, I probably don't really remember some of the stuff I got from the boutique. I do know one thing I got from the boutique, but I really don't feel like starting it.
Okay, next.
Anyways. And then pick your favorite prompt from any of the past weekly or monthly events that have ended and stitch that prompt using the this week's stitch count totals, which is 200. So,
if you want to do Lady with Dog, do the last one you did for her.
That prompt week. Well, no, that prompt week has ended, hasn't it? I don't know. I'm just gonna pick something and figure out.
You have a book full of it,
right? Stitch on a whip. You can relate to friendship and tell us why you love being in this group. Yes, Joe just picked up the Soda Stitch Bell. Beauty and the Beast Bell, because that was from Angie. I could do Lady of the Flag because the lovely Glenna gifted me with the Lady of the Flag pattern, and I will forever call her my lovely Glenna because she is lovely. Wait. Oh my gosh.
Technically, you
Anyway.
can stitch 400 stitches on this and do two prompts.
So what? Well, that one's a 300 stitch prompt.
Okay, 500 stitches.
So what I may actually do is swap the stitches I put on it for the monthly onto this, and then just do another 300 stitches, all green, for this weekly.
Cool.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Next.
And that's it for the prompts for the week.
My plans are to kit things up.
Your plans are to get things kitted.
And now we can explain why. It's announcements time.
It's announcements time. Announcements. I have my wholesale account with the big three, Yarntree, Witchell, and Hoffman's, established, able to purchase.
We were waiting for Hoffman's to kit out my projects.
We were waiting for Hoffman's because Hoffman's, I jokingly said, when I first got the email from Hoffman's, I jokingly said they require your arm, your leg, a blood sample, and your firstborn. Not really. They do need 2 forms of proof that you are a legitimate business. And if you have established trade accounts, they would like to know about them. When I emailed with the lady that does that, she said, you know, it's not super critical that you have a huge amount of orders with those companies because we know you're starting, but you know, it's helpful to know that you're a legitimate business.
Basically, they're just trying to stop everybody and their mother.
I get it.
Because they are probably the biggest from what you said.
And they want a website. I think
that was the other announcement.
They're the biggest pattern distributor. You can find more patterns on them than Yarntree.
And you said they had a lot of the floss.
And they carry Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works. Gentle Arts does it on their own. I'm established with them as well. I'm waiting for my first package from them to arrive. You know, the story with Gentle Arts is they are a mom and pop shop company. They're not big. They, you know, had a series of health issues going into COVID. When COVID happened, they made the decision that it was in the best interest of everybody's health to close down for a brief while. And then there's the whole runabout with they die on DMC. DMC was closed down with all of the French, because I think France did a countrywide shutdown at least twice during this year and a half. Everything is behind. Look, everything is behind. It's the way life is right now.
Can I say the announcement I'm proud of? Because I got it set up.
Yes.
We have a website.
So, we do have a website. We established a website. There's not a whole lot on
Under construction, please. Remember, that's actually what we're doing after video, is I'm teaching her how to add on stuff. Keep in mind this, like for the fabrics, it's going to be tricky because we don't know how through this website how to do orders. They only have how to buy things that are already made. So that might have to stay on Facebook.
Yes. Right now, the fabric, the best option is to order it through my Facebook group.
And I guess that would also go for floss and for patterns.
Right now, the best option is to order through my Facebook group. We are trying to figure out the best way to work stocking the website, because while I can go on the distributors' websites and grab pictures and say, okay, you can buy this pattern, this pattern, this pattern, you know, wouldn't have them in-house.
And if they run out while we're waiting, that is a nightmare I don't want to play with.
It is a bit of a challenge. I know Yarntree has pretty fast shipping. Like, I ordered the fabric on Monday, and it was here Wednesday.
Well, thankfully, patterns are pieces of paper.
Yes, so
it's not
Yarntree,
that hard.
I know, does pretty quick shipping, and it doesn't take too long to get here. Witchelt and Hoffman's are in the same general area as Yarntree, so as long as they, are able to get my stuff packed up and shipped out, it shouldn't take much longer. But I'm kind of gonna see. The biggest one's gonna be Gentle Arts, because right now they're behind, and I get it. It is what it is.
Yeah, but we're figuring out everything. We'll keep you posted on how it's doing. It's kind of we got it enough to get Hoffman happy.
Yeah.
And it also gave us a really fun toy we can play with now called a credit card machine.
Yes.
Yay, we can
That's
have
the
credit
lovely side of it.
cards.
But it'll get there eventually. You know. So
Needle pulling thing.
That's it.
So we have a website and we can distribute out to Wazoo.
Yes. Facebook is still the Slovak Firm Facebook group is still going to be your best option for getting ordering for right now. I'm hoping maybe by the end of summer to have the website fully functional.
Mm-hmm. Basically, I might have to. I gotta double check to see when the website we're using people are on line when they can accept phone calls or the chat thing. Probably try to do that tomorrow. Actually,
well, they're in U.S. time zones. One of the U.S. time zones there because they're a Canadian company.
Well,
that much I know.
It's actually more the whole fact that it's just also a lot of companies will be open later on the weekdays. I have to figure out when it is.
Yes.
For chatting, yes. So I could.
So
we're in process.
If there's something you want,
the Facebook group,
get a hold of me on social media and say, "Hey, I want this," and I'll work on getting it ordered. And as I disclaimered on my Facebook group, as we're getting things rolling, expect orders to take up to 2 weeks to ship. Just expect that, please, at this point.
Maybe longer, depending on
what I gotta do to get a hold of it. Might take longer. I will keep you in the loop, though, if you message me and say, "Hey, I want this," and it takes me a little bit longer.
Yeah, we're not Walmart. We'll actually tell you why there's a delay, and it'll usually be the fact that we do not know where it is. It's been in Tucson, Arizona for the last 3 weeks.
It's a funny story. Walmart made me think of this funny story. So you know how I just said I ordered that bolt of fabric from Yarn Tree on Monday of last week, and it got here on Wednesday. I ordered a nightshirt and a shirt from the clothing company that I order my clothes from. The week before we went to Cincinnati for my niece's first communion at the end of April. And then from Walmart, we ordered a pool on, what was it, the 2nd?
I don't know.
It was the 2nd because the 3rd was on a Monday. Both of those showed up on Thursday. My Yarn Tree order showed up on Wednesday. I was amused.
That's everything.
That's everything.
Okay, so my spiel.
What do we want the people to do?
Let me see. There's subscribe, bell notification, thinking me Bobby, share, comment below, yada 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 yada. Sorry, I had to fix that break in my brain. But yeah, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We want to get to 1,000 so that we can put interesting things up. By the way, if you move your head over so they can see you actually doing the crazy.
It's crazy.
Yes, I'm medically documented as being crazy. What's your point? I'm crazy and proud of it. Squirrels!
And that's why he's stitching squirrels with Sumatra.
That's why our friend decided to get it for us, because it's very apt. Like, I want to get squirrels of Sumatra. I literally have it on like a pulley system behind us. So every time you squirrel, I press a button and it lowers down behind us.
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
Actually, I don't even need a butter. I just need a pulley system.
Yeah, I was saying you just need a pulley. Hold it down off screen. Squirrel. Let it go. Okay. Well, thank you all for watching this wonderful crazy train. We hope you enjoyed your trip.
Choo choo!
we hope you enjoyed your experience here, and then you come back for some more because we enjoy doing this.
Yep.
All right.
Bye.